There we go. We just have another person quickly joining us. So today we're going to talk about the release of the Formative 1 results for the assessments that you all completed from 8th to the 16th of April on Cole Campus, and the final submission date was on the 16th of April, and any assessments that were submitted after that was not accepted, nor was it marked, and only submissions that were submitted on Cole Campus was marked, except for the 2 tests which were written on campus. Now, it's very important to note that no subs were granted for the non-submissions of assessments due to technical errors, only if the sub criteria was met. And I'll remind you all again of the sub criteria later when we talk about it again. Let me just quickly admit this person in. So that is the general information on the assessments. Just a reminder, but I'm sure you all know how to log into Cole Campus. But the one next to it is the more important one that I want to show you. And that is how you need to log in to see your results on the student portal. Now, there are 3 ways in which you can see your results. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so as I was saying, there are 3 ways in which you can access your assessment results. The first way is that you can go onto the student portal. So how do you access the student portal? Is you go onto login.microsoftonline.com. Your username is your student number at myboston.co.za. So it's your student number 30HA123678 at myboston.co.za. Oh, people are very like, let's just quickly let these people come in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So as I said, you can access your result from the student portal. Your username is your student number at myboston.co.za. And then your password is your ID or your passport number with an uppercase B for Boston, your ID or your passport number, and then the exclamation mark. So just make sure that you are well aware of how you can access your results. I will also be posting this on Cole Campus afterwards so that you know how you can access it. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I can't now. I'm currently in a class. So can you just go next door? Next door. Okay, thank you. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay. So all your marks can also reflect on Cole Campus. So the first way that we looked at now, how can I access my results, is on the student portal. Second way is that you can get your results from the Cole Campus website, and I'll quickly show you how you do that. Okay, so all marks are already up on Cole Campus if your account is in good standing. If your account is in arrears, you will not be able to see your mark nor your feedback, and you need to go to the accounts department urgently so that you can make a payment arrangement. Now, I would encourage you to look at Cole Campus for your assessment mark, because you're not only able to see your individual assessment mark, but you can also see the rubric with the feedback on it to understand where you went wrong. Now, for now, it's not important because you only have 1 mark on Cole Campus, Formative 1, but please take note further in the year with the June, the September, and the November, please do not use Cole Campus to look at the overall average for your subject because it does not work it out correctly. To see the overall average for your subject, I advise you strongly to rather go to the student portal or to come get a printout of your results from the accounts and admin department at your campus, or you can email us and we can email you your report. So how do you get your results on Cole Campus? If you log onto Cole Campus, this is your dashboard, and then you'll see there on the right-hand side, there's a little book with a tick in it. If you click on there, it will show to you grades. So currently, because you only have 1 mark, it will reflect the subject name and that 1 mark under it. As we progress further in the year, I would not suggest to get your grades here because it works out the average for your subject, which is not correct. The best way on Cole Campus to get your grades is actually to click on your subject, go to your subject, so you see your homepage for your subject. Then on the right-hand side, you'll see it says recent feedback. You click there on that subject or that assignment, formative 1. Then you will actually see the rubric and it will say to you why you got that mark and how much you got for each question. So the best advice I can give you is to go into Cole Campus, go into each subject, go onto the homepage, and on the right-hand side, you'll see your most recent assignment you got feedback on. You click on that, then you'll be able to see your rubric as well as the marks for each section. Now, if you're able to see your mark on Cole Campus, but you're struggling to see that actual rubric, then please do contact the academic manager for the subject, or you can come to us in admin at your campus to help to show you how to access it. Where do you get the email addresses for your academic manager? On the home page for each subject, you will see it has the email addresses for the academic manager for that subject because each subject has a different academic manager. Now, if you looked at your marks and your rubric and you do not agree with the marking of your assignment, or you think there's an error that has been made, then you can follow what we call the academic appeal process. Now, very important, you can't appeal forever and a decade. You can only appeal 5 days from the release of results. Okay, let's just, sorry. Okay, we're just having some technical problems. Okay, so we just hit with load shedding. Just checking everybody's still here. Okay, I'll just quickly repeat that. Sorry. So as I said, if you looked at your marks in your rubric and you do not agree with something, then you can appeal your assignment within 5 days of the release of results. So today is officially the day for the release of results, although many of the subjects, the results have been released earlier. So the academic appeals will close by next week, Friday, the 12th of May. And I'm quickly going to explain to you how you lodge an academic appeal. So, as I said, an academic appeal is made for one specific assessment per subject within 5 days of the release of results. If you submit an academic appeal after next week, Friday, we will not be able to help you. So it's very important that you go to each of your subjects now, you look at each of your assignments and make sure that you understand why you got the mark that you got. And if you could not get clarity in the class, that you then follow the academic appeal process. You cannot just appeal for a grade and say, I don't agree with the grade. There has to be a reason for it. So for example, if you answered a question and you believe that was correct answer and you say based on textbook page 6, 7, it says this and this and this. I answered this and this and this. Yes, it was marked incorrectly. Or for example, if you sign the plagiarism declaration, but they deducted 10%, saying that you did not submit, sign the declaration, then that is a mistake and then they can fix that for you. So how do you send an academic appeal? you always send in an academic appeal to myself, karika@boston.co.za, as the academic coordinator, and then you have to CC your branch manager in. If you are in Sandton, I'm also the branch manager, so no need to CC me in. But if you are in Durban and Pretoria, you need to either CC in Taryn for Pretoria or Brett for Durban. And then important in the subject line of the email you are sending. And remember, you only send one appeal per assignment per subject because it goes to different academic managers. You have to tell me what is your surname, your name, your student number, what subject, and what assessment as the example there. Okay, so you have to say academic appeal for Boyd Karika, student number 150123445. Student, subject, radio 2, formative 1. And then in the body of your email, you need to clearly and comprehensively explain what is your appeal about. You can't just say, I'm appealing. What are you appealing? I am appealing that you can please look at question 1 because I believe I answered correctly as per the textbook. Or can you please relook at the penalty that was applied for me not signing the plagiarism declaration because I believe I did sign it. Once I get your appeal, what happens is I then forward it to the appropriate academic manager of the subject. So I serve the function of a little bit of the post office here, where I take in your appeals and I make sure it gets to the right person and you get the feedback that you need back. Okay. Now, once you get the feedback, usually we try to work on a 48-hour turnaround time. So if you send it to me today, we will get your answer by Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning, the latest. So it's very important. You send me the email, I send it to academic manager, they send it back to me, and I send it to you with the feedback. Now, how do supplementaries work? Because I said that you can participate in the supplementary, but you can only participate in the supplementary if you met the supplementary criteria. First criteria for the supplementary is if you did not perform well in your formative 1. So if you participated in the formative and you did not perform well, you are allowed to complete the supplementary. You do not have to put in an appeal for a sub. You have automatically qualified for the supplementary. The second criteria for the supplementary is if you had missed the original assessment due to an illness or a death in the family, as you can recall from my previous video, you then had to apply to me to participate in the supplementary, attaching your legitimate evidence. Unfortunately, this time has now already passed. So you cannot now appeal for a assignment that you have missed because as we said, you're only allowed to apply for a sub if you've missed an assignment within 48 hours of the missed assessment. Now, unfortunately, you have to pay for the supplementary. Formative supplementary fees cost 250 Rand each, and you only get one chance to write a supplementary. There isn't another sub on a sub. This is already your second chance. So please make sure that you do not miss the deadline because no matter what the excuse is, there is no second chance for supplementary. And you have to complete the supplementary for this formative ones within the allocated time frame. And the allocated time frame, sorry, I see I made an error there, is 22 to 26 May. Let me actually just write it in there because so the formative one subs will be completed between 22 to 26 May. Okay, then the sub-briefs, some of the sub-briefs are already available, but most of them will all be available from Monday morning. And as I said, the subs are due from 22 to 26 May. Do any of you have questions? Because we did have a little bit of an interruption there. Okay. If you have any questions or you would like me to repeat something, you can either type it, you can raise your hand, you can unmute yourself. Anybody with any questions? No questions. Nothing.
Um, Sorry, ma'am, I
Yes.
do have a question.
Yes.
Uh, so, so I want to ask if you did not meet the criteria for the um, the computer subjects, how do you then go about that?
So computers is a little bit different. Unfortunately, for computers, you need to repeat it. So for computers, if you did not complete your formative ones by the 14th of April, because you had time for computers formative one from February to the 14th of April, unfortunately, you need to re-register for computers to do that in semester B again.
Okay, so then what would then be the process of doing that? And would the fee of the re-registering automatically be added onto your initial um
Yeah,
and your initial cost of the school fees, or would it
yeah,
have to be
it will
separately?
be added on. So you need to go to the accounts department for your campus. Okay. So if you need to re-register any subject, not just computers, you can already go now and you can go re-register for it in at the accounts department and they will add it. Okay. Right. Karabu or
Ma'am, I just wanted to find out which process should I take to see my marks, because I can't see marks for my two subjects.
can you see for other subjects?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's a bit weird. Okay, so for those two, I would put in an academic appeal. So one per subject that you can't see.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, all
Thank you
right.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Safisa Mohlongu?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, what can I help you with?
Ma'am, what happens if you fail to submit the assignment?
Then, unfortunately, you've missed the formative ones, but you still have the summatives. Are you first year?
Yes, ma'am, first year.
Okay. So you've missed the formatives, but you still have the summatives, which count 60% of your overall mark. So I would focus all my energy on the summatives and make sure I do very well in them because it is possible to pass your semester. If you only submit your summatives, you have to get a mark of about 84% for it.
84.
Mm, to get a 50 at the end. But it's possible. I've seen it happen before.
Is it possible that I sub if I fail to
No,
like submit? You
no, you
can't.
can't. No.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
No.
So to sub, where do I pay to sub?
Yeah, you're asking conflicting questions because on the one hand, you're telling me I didn't submit. Can I sub? I say no, you can't sub. Now you're asking me where I pay for a sub. You see the confliction there. Anyway, but to pay your subs is like you would pay for your normal school fees and you use your student number as a reference.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Right. Anybody else?
I think you did answer this question, but I joined a
Okay.
bit late. So
Sure.
you're saying that if you want to do a sub, would you be allowed to do it if maybe I feel like I want to increase my marks,
Yes.
or you
Yes.
can?
Yes. If you can participate in a supplementary if you participated in the first assessment. So in other words, if I did my journalism one assignment and I got 20%, you can automatically qualify for the sub.
Okay, so there isn't like a maximum percentage that you had to get to. Okay, okay.
No, no. Nomatam Sankwa?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
So can I ask, the digital marketing marks were out from Friday. That's what we got told. So I cannot see my marks, but I can see a comment.
For just digital marketing.
Others, all of them, I can't see my marks for anything, but I can
The,
see comments.
then,
Also
then,
on
mm-hmm,
advertising,
mm-hmm.
I can also see a comment.
Okay. Then there's a problem with your account. You need to go to the accounts department.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
If you're not able to see any marks, there's an account issue. You need to go to the accounts department so they can see what's the problem. Okay. Right. Okay. Anybody else? You're all here for a reason. So let me help you. If you have no questions, yes, you can leave. Everybody clear? Everybody knows where to get their marks? Right, Karabu.
Ma'am, for the sub, can you pay cash or do you have to pay via the bank?
You have to either pay via the bank or you have to pay per card because we're not allowed to accept any cash on premises.
All right, thank you.
Pleasure.
So it's not added to your accounts. You have to pay it yourself.
It will be added to your account. So how it works is, I don't know if you're going to participate in the sub. So I
Uh-huh.
can't yet add it to your account. I can
Uh-huh.
only add it to your account once you've participated in the sub.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. Anybody else? Karabu, I don't know if you have another question. Your hand is still up.
Oh no, sorry, ma'am.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No problem. No problem. Okay, guys. So yeah, we in the last stretch of the first semester. I mean, next week is already week 11. So there's only week 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's only 4 more weeks of class. Then a little bit of a preparation week, and then it's your summatives. So we are now really so close to the end of first semester. And from my experience, this time of the year goes very, very fast. And it's very easy to become tired and to give up. But this is the time you should actually not give up. You should not give up because you're going to have a long holiday break. You can rest the whole day in that holiday break. You can Netflix and chill that whole holiday. But please, 4 weeks goes so, so quickly. So make sure you use this time that you know, I know exactly what I need to do. If I'm going to do the supplementary, I know what I need to do. I know how I can improve my marks. And for the summative, I'm well prepared. The biggest mistakes that students made with this formative ones was bad time management. In other words, they didn't use the time they have now to slowly start completing assignments, and then they wait for the last day, and then it's all this pressure. Time is a gift. You have the gift of time now, so make sure you use it. Make sure you make use of the campus resources to come in and to complete. You are a student, and being a full-time student means having a full-time job. So make use of this opportunity. Make sure that you do not disappoint yourself, because that's who you're disappointing at the end of the day. You're not disappointing me. You're not disappointing your parents. You're not disappointing who else in your life. You're disappointing yourself. You've been given the gift of time. You've been given the gift to study. Make sure you're making use of this opportunity. And like I always say to students, when you look at results, don't equate the mark to your personal value, because you are not your mark. You're more worth than a mark. So I know it's very hard because we always try to achieve for a good mark and say that equates our personal value, but that does not equate your personal value. So if you have no other questions or you're feeling a bit shy, you can always email me afterwards and then ask. Pilla, you unmuted yourself?
Yes. Can I ask in terms of photography specifically? So there was two parts to the FY.
Yes,
There was the exam, and then there was the
assignment.
assignment itself. So what is the percentage splittage between part one and part two?
30% for the quiz, 70% for the assignment.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, Karabo, you unmuting yourself.
May I please have the appealing information again?
Yeah. I'm just being rude because I have to plug in my computer because we're having a technical problem here with power. So let me just quickly. Okay, there we go. Right, I'm quickly going to show you the information how to appeal. So let me just get there and then I can share my screen. Okay, right. Okay, let me do screen share. Okay, so as I said, an academic appeal you can put in from now till next week, Friday, when the appeals close. How do you do it? You send an email to myself as the academic coordinator. Then you have to CC in your branch manager. For Sandton, it's me, so you don't have to CC me in. For Durban, it's Brett, and for Arcadia, it's Taryn. Then in the subject line, you have to say, what is it? It's an academic appeal. Who are you? So your name, your surname, your student number, the subject name and code, and what assignment. Then in your actual email, you say, what are you appealing? For example, you would say, I signed my plagiarism declaration. However, 10% was deducted off my marks for not signing the plagiarism declaration. Yet you can see it was signed. Please, can you review? Then what happens once I receive the email, I send it to the correct academic manager. They review your appeal, they send the feedback back to me, and then I send it to you. So that is how the academic appeal process works. So does that help you, Kurabu?
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
Cool. I will also, like I said, I will also share this information on Call Campus.
All right, ma'am.
Cool. Right. Anybody else? Those of you who joined us late and you feel you're missing parts, as per usual, I will also send you the video link and I will share this on Call Campus. You can also look at it at your own time. And the most important thing is make sure that you go and check your assessments results on Call Campus for each subject. Make sure you read the feedback on the rubric. And if you feel there's a problem, you can then just email us. And remember, there are 3 ways you can access your results, either on the student portal or on Call Campus, which is the best way. Call Campus is the best way for your formatives. Or you can come to the accounts department or administration department and we can print out your results for you on the report. Or you can email us and we can email it to you. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being so well mannered. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Ma'am, our first assignment count 40%, then the second one is 60%. Yes. If you are a first year student or you're doing a semester subject, then the breakdown of the marks are 40% for your formative, 60% of your summative will count towards your final average. So that's why I said, even if you didn't perform well in your formative, you still can pass if you do very well in your summative. It is still very possible. Yes.
Sorry, ma'am, you said we can get a report on our results.
Yes, you can email like a printout of your report or a page of it. You can either email myself or accounts or come in and we can give that to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. PD planner.
Ma'am, I'd like to ask on photography to be specific. I wrote my F1 and I did great, but then I could not submit the quiz. So I'd like to write the quiz again. What should I do? Should I submit an appeal?
No, the problem is you just didn't write the quiz. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, yeah, no, they're not going to let you write just the sub for the quiz. Any case, whenever you have to sub and there's 2 parts to an assignment, you don't just sub the one part, you always do the complete thing over again.
Okay, thanks, ma'am.
Okay, thanks. You focus on your summative for your photography. Focus on your summative.
Okay, ma'am, going back to uh, photography, just to ask on what the guy was asking. So, I did the part 1, but I didn't do the part 2. And then I got 4 marks for the part 1. So if I wanted to sub, would that be then possible to
Yeah,
support me.
sorry. Yeah. I'm a speaking. Sorry, PD planner. I am lying to you. I am lying to you. Okay, so sorry. Photography always confuses me. So some of you did part one and some of you did part two. Okay, you didn't do both parts. So your final mark is probably very low. Okay, so like I don't know, 10%, 12%. Can you do the sub? Yes, you can do the sub for photography. But you can't for the supplementary. Just do the part that you didn't do originally. Because the problem is when they work out the formative one sub marks, they're going to go part A of sub plus part B of sub. So if again you haven't completed the other part, your marks will be low again. So you can do the sub for photography, formative one sub, but you need to do both parts as they're asking you. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does make sense.
Okay, okay.
So,
Mhm.
because I did part one, then I would qualify for the
Yes. I
sub.
I misspoke. I misspoke earlier to Mr. PD Planner. So he must also do the sub because he did qualify for it because he did the one part. But for the sub, you both have to do both parts. Uh,
Okay. Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah, Zakile Pakedi, you had your hand up first, and then I'll go to Karabu.
Yes, ma'am. If you weren't able to finish your assessment due to maybe load shedding and other factors, can appeal for us up.
Did you submit?
Yes, I did submit, but I wasn't able to finish like the whole
No,
assessment
no,
on time.
I'm not judging you on that. You did submit your assignment. You just obviously didn't get a great mark because you couldn't finish your whole assignment, correct?
Correct?
Then you can do this up.
Okay.
That's why I told you guys in the previous video. Always remember, it's better to submit something than nothing. Because by submitting something, you're getting access to the sub. Okay. Karabu?
Ma'am, I wanted to ask if the supplementary SMSs are still going out.
No, I'm done with them.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. Lots of you stayed quiet, so I assumed you got your info from the other students who were asking. Okay, let's do a final call. Final call 1. Final call 2. Final call 3. Guys, that is it. Go work on your assignments. Go check your marks. If there's any further questions, you're more than welcome to email me. I always say the best place to ask how you performed is always your lectures, first stop, ne? But good luck. Hope you all have a great weekend. And I hear next weekend is cool, so please stay warm. Bye all. Keep well.
Bye.
Bye.